Today I'm going to be going over the Alpha Foxtrot Romulus 2011, one of the few affordable 2011s that's actually made in the United States. Let's unzip this thing and see what we got inside. All right, there's the pistol. Take our magazine out, make sure she's clear. Definitely is. And we got us a 20-round mag and a 17-round mag. And these are Checkmate mags for reference. Checkmate 2011 mags are some of the more popular ones that are out there, definitely high quality. This is not a first shots video on this gun. I have put probably about 1,000 rounds between me and everybody else who has shot it. We now have a Holosun 507 comp, green dot sight on top. Is a huge window. It's like a Volkswagen windshield sitting on top of this gun. This is one of the smoothest 2011s, especially in this price range that I've handled. I've played with Staccato XCs, Hayes Customs 2011s, all kinds of stuff. This gun's pretty dang close, guys. I will say this gun does not come with a flush fitting optic plate for if you didn't want to run a dot. I know most people that get this gun are going to run a dot, and that's probably what Alpha Foxtrot was thinking too, but for a really inexpensive, even a polymer just cover plate would be acceptable for me for in the meantime if you buy the gun and don't want to buy the dot right away. And the cover plate that's installed, which was installed from the factory, is RMR cut. It also comes with an RMSC footprint, which I think is kind of interesting for those little micro dots like the 507K, 407K, RMSC, optics. I'm not sure why you would want to put that small of an optic on such big of a pistol. The way I look at it is the bigger the pistol, bigger the optic, because this is not a carry gun in my opinion. You absolutely could use it for that, but it is not a carry gun with this optic installed. Now this model is the 5-inch with the chunk port in the barrel. In my opinion, they could have made that a touch wider front to back, and that probably would reduce the muzzle flip a little bit more. Now, one thing that I think is very interesting that I want everybody to know, unlike most people, I actually flip the owner's manual open on these guns when we look at them, just to see if there's anything interesting kind of hiding in here. And if you flip to the portion that says the disassembly instructions, let me find that. It shows point the muzzle in a safe direction, pull the trigger, pull the slide back roughly 1/16 of an inch, and pull down on both sides of the slide lock. Well, this gun doesn't have a slide lock. This is a 2011 platform. And by the way, at the very top, it does say Alpha Foxtrot Romulus up there. It doesn't say anything else. These disassembly instructions are for a Glock pattern pistol. Alpha Foxtrot has made some Glock clones in the past. I'm actually not sure if they still make them. Well, for any of y'all that know how to take apart a Glock pattern pistol, a 2011, 1911 does not come apart any way, shape, or form close to that. So that's kind of interesting. If you buy this gun and have never messed with a 2011 platform, the disassembly instructions are incorrect. Kind of interesting. Wanted to throw that out there. Not sure if that's been fixed or if they've addressed it or not. Just wanted y'all to know since I saw that and thought it was pretty interesting. Let's go shoot this thing and have some fun. All right, guys, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put a couple magazines on this steel target and run the plate rack a couple of times, see how accurate I can be at 15 yards with it. Not too bad. I'm not real versed in the 2011 platform. It is an easy platform to shoot, but I don't have the most trigger time on it. I'm more of a Glock shooter myself, but these are fun to play with for sure. I'm gonna do 10 shots at 10 yards just to do a little practical accuracy. I'm gonna see what kind of 10 shot group I can get out of it. Okay, that's not the best group I've ever printed in my life, complete honesty. Now, every time I pulled the trigger, I saw the dot go up here, I saw the dot go there, saw the dot go there. If I wanted to print a really slow and accurate group, it would have been all over right here. That's about my cone of accuracy with, a gun I haven't shot a ton. Those three right there, don't blame the gun, you can blame me for those. All right, we're gonna shoot this pumpkin and I'm gonna see if I can draw a good little smiley face on it. All right, guys, that was pretty fun. All in all, this gun is awesome. For the price point, it is incredibly hard to beat. If you're in the DFW area, we're only about 40 miles east of Dallas. Please come by and check us out. I think we're one of the only places in the area that has one of these as a rental gun. This is definitely the more affordably priced 2011 platform that's out there, but it has very similar fit and finish, I'm gonna say, to a Staccato XC. A lot of people are not gonna agree with me on that, but reliability-wise, how flat it shoots, how smooth it is, kind of hard to beat, guys, for half the price of some of the other options that are out there. Definitely one of my favorite 2011s I've gotten to play with.